welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. Paula, Empty Nester at 40 here. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I'm super excited because I am participating in my very first challenge. It's not a traditional challenge, but it is a playlist. It's the ultimate fall wreath playlist that is being hosted by Kristin Kay and Designed to the 9. I love these two ladies and their channels. I love their channels. I don't know them, but I love their channels. Their channel links will be in my description box below. Go check them out. So let's go ahead and get started with my fall wreath.
Hi everyone. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I am going to be reusing a willow wreath. It's the medium size one that I had previously DIY'd something on, so you can see some glue remnants still on it. I'm going to be using some pine cones that I picked up from my neighborhood, some elephant ear that I purchased at Walmart, I believe, and cotton stems that I picked up at the Dollar Tree. I'm only going to be using actually one cotton stem. I also have these burgundy mums. I think that's what they're called. Mums, mini mums, which I ended up actually not using, and my small pumpkins that have the little clips, again, a Dollar Tree purchase. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. This is going to be a creative on the fly project. I feel that that's how wreaths are. You really have all these items that you are going to use to design your wreath, and then you just have to play around until you find a design that you liked, which is kind of what I'm doing here. I'm trying to determine, do I keep the cottons on the stem and just try to form it that way? Eventually I decide that that just does not look good, so I'm going to end up taking the cottons off of the stems and just individually using them and placing them within my wreath. So once I've decided that I'm going to not use the entire stem of the cotton, or not use the cotton in the stem form and individually just pull the cotton balls off, I decided that I should probably start by placing my pine cones, since they're larger, and hot gluing them on to the wreath. So I simply just take the two larger pine cones that I have, and those are my side pine cones of my wreath, and the two smaller ones that I have are at the top and the bottom of my wreath. And I'm just simply putting a lot of hot glue on and holding them down so that I can ensure that they stay in place. Once I'm done with this, then I will move into positioning the cotton balls on my wreath. Now, I will say that you will see that I really tried to do all this without hot gluing anything but the pine cones, so that I can reuse the cotton and the elephant ears leaves later. But that did not work out, so I ended up having to hot glue everything down. So let's continue on with the process of making my wreath. Did I mention that this is the very first wreath I've ever really made? Very first detailed wreath that had numerous items and complete coverage. I'm not a fan of making wreaths. I will say that it's very complicated, and I think it's just because I overthink the design and the placement of things, and I'm constantly placing it, not liking how it looks, moving it, placing it, not liking how it looks. So anyways, this was very fun. but I'm not sure if I would ever become a wreath maker as a profession. Now that my pine cones are all glued down, I'm taking my 4 pumpkins that have the clips. And again, as I mentioned previously, my thought was always that I was going to just be able to clip the pumpkins, wedge the cotton balls in, and I wouldn't have to hot glue those items down. But you will see later on in the video, I had to glue everything down. So here I'm just simply going to place the 4 pumpkins. I'm going to follow that by adding 2 cotton balls to each side of the pumpkins, going around the entire wreath. And once that is complete, I'm going to begin to try to wedge the elephant ear leaves into the different bare areas of the wreath. That all will change. So here's when I finally came to my senses and I began to glue down the cotton balls, the elephant ear leaves, and the cotton stems. So I already did one section, and here I'm just showing you that I did that one section. The second section I've already glued down the elephant ears, and now I'm just going to remove the clip from the pumpkin, put a generous amount of hot glue on the bottom of the pumpkin, and hot glue that in the center, and then hot glue 2 cotton balls in on either side of the pumpkin, just following the same pattern that I had already started on this wreath. I will tell you, I burned my fingers more than I've ever burned my fingers making this wreath. It was unbelievable how much I burned my fingers. The end result of the wreath, I think personally, is beautiful, but wow, it was a little painful. So here I'm just going to continue the same pattern throughout my entire wreath until I completely finish the entire thing. So obviously you can see my wreath is more of a neutral tone, farmhouse, rustic decor style. I'm always curious, what type of fall wreath would you make, or are you making? Are you making a vibrant fall color wreath? Are you staying with those neutral patterns? Are you going a little bit more glitzy and glamour? Let me know in the comment section below. So here's where I was going to try to use the mini burgundy mums, but adding that pop of color to the wreath made it look a little bit more Christmas or holiday, that type of holiday to me. I am adding pops of the burgundy to my fall decor, but for some reason on the wreath, I don't think that it looked good in my opinion. You guys let me know what you think. I do show it so that you can give me an idea of what you think. Do you think it looks out of place having those burgundy mums on there, or do you think it added a nice pop of color? So this is my finished wreath, but I still thought that it was just lacking something. And I do apologize, I did not get this on video, but I decided to use one of those metal welcome signs. I simply painted it white with plaster chalk paint. I added a little bit of the wired burlap, hot glued it to the back of the frame. Then I hot glued the word welcome onto the wired burlap that I did pick up at the Dollar Tree as well. And I felt that that really finished off my frame. As you can see, there was one cotton ball that was loose, so I had to hot glue that, and for the life of me I could not get away from those glue strings. They were everywhere in this project. But thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I loved participating in the ultimate fall wreath playlist. Please go check out all the other individuals that participated in this playlist. I am sure they made some fabulous wreaths. I cannot wait to go watch all the videos. And to finalize this, I'm just adding a little bit of jute twine at the very top so that I can have something to hang my wreath in. Have a wonderful day, all.